Tonight on My Fair Brady, Cris and I are back in Joliet, Illinois to celebrate our wedding. We're busy, so we hired Joe Monastero to be our wedding planner.
And keep in mind your promise, thank you very much.
I'm not gonna get puking drunk, that's what I promise.
I don't want her dancing on the tables naked.
What the are you asking me?
We're gonna have a nice outdoor party to honor those who have come from out of town.
What are like the Brady clan doing?
The Bradys are a really important part of my life and close friends. They are as close as family members are.
Susan, where's Mike?
Mike's missing.
Well, there's a Blake guy.
Bobby, Cindy.
He's a good swimmer.
I emailed Cris. What are you doing? I had a lot of misgivings, as anybody would.
I'm gonna promote the concept of our elders giving us advice.
Cris asks my twice divorced father and his divorced father for marriage advice.
Conflict has got to stop.
I don't know what's the disagreement right now.
Stop the bitching.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm pissed. I'm ready to call this whole thing off, honey.
Please don't call off our wedding. If this is gonna be called off, it needs to be called off now.
It's your day, baby girl, and it's happening right now.
I know, I'm freaking out. Cris is totally down for it now. Cris is happy. This is what Cris wants to do. And I am freaking out.
And now, the season finale of My Fair Brady.
She told him dating really close, so on his knees he proposed. Now the wed on reality show, My Fair Brady. He knows the day is coming fast. Once prenup said case did go last. Now she's going to kick his ass, My Fair Brady. Every day this couple fights. There's bound to be some stormy nights. VH1 has bought the rights, My Fair Brady.
Cris and I are back in Joliet, Illinois to celebrate our wedding. Give me that ball.
There's so much leading up to the wedding. It's driving me nuts. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, but I just want to enjoy it.
I'm getting goosebumps.
You're a nervous bride. I am as cool as a cucumber.
You have hard nipples.
I always did. I was born that way.
Ooh. Can't help it.
You're easy to entertain. We have a few things we have to take care of before guests start coming into town. So Joe Monastero's coming over, our wedding consultant.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you, God, for Joe.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
No, thanks a lot, because she would have been lost. The devil is in the details, and there's a lot of devil around Adrian. She'll listen to Joe before she listens to me. It's not me being a parent. It's sort of like we're a team.
Cheers, man. That's how I deal with your ass.
And keep in mind your promise, thank you very much.
My promise?
Your promise.
Yes.
Whatever.
First day. First day you made a promise.
My
She made a
fingers-
Joliet
No.
my fingers are crossed.
no.
I'm not gonna get puking drunk. That's what I promise.
You're not getting anything.
You're not getting drunk.
Up until the ceremony, I completely promise, but
right.
afterwards, it's game on.
Yeah, that was just a promise. Up until you are married.
I gotta tell you this.
I'm not gonna get drunk and stumbling everywhere, but I am gonna have a good time. Everyone
Honey,
else is.
this is a big day. This is the day when all of my friends are there, as well as all of her family and friends are there. I don't want her dancing on the tables naked.
And I have a lot of people that are really important to me.
And I
That
have a lot of
means-
people that are there that are important to me, too.
That's right. And so you act like a lady for everybody.
I don't get drunk like that. And I'm getting accused of turning my wedding into a frat party? You know?
And one other request, just for me. But the entire time you're in that wedding dress, you can just promise me you won't burp. Just because. It'll be great.
You're asking the impossible.
You know what? Don't fart. Wait, no,
just
don't
give it a
fart
symbol.
once during the day.
Gotcha.
Regardless of
That's
how
all
bad.
Gotcha. I'm on board.
No matter how
I
bad
don't
your
get
stomach
that.
hurts, you're not gonna fart once.
I'm not.
I can't promise that. You fart all the time.
Minutes.
There'll be SPDs and you'll run
All
away
bodily
from it.
functions stop when you're in formal attire.
Quit right now. It's getting too much
My
now. This
God.
is ridiculous.
I'll see you at the church tomorrow, all right?
Okay.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye. I like him. Hey, Kizzy, it's Adrian. Call me and let me know if you're in. Jenny, this is Adrian. You are MIA. Later. Something's fishy when not one of my bridesmaids are answering my calls. Where is everybody? I hate to say this, because I love my girls, but when they came in with all those balloons and all that girly, I was almost embarrassed. I've never had such a bitchy, frilly party before.
I have to say goodbye.
right.
I've got to go get my dad.
I love you,
So
baby.
you'll,
What are you guys doing?
You're,
want to leave.
you're in good hands now. Obviously, you're not bored.
What you gonna do with your dad?
We're getting our nails done.
Get your toes done before anything else, for me.
Don't get too drunk. You all have a duty to keep her.
Whatever, get out.
Yeah.
Cris informs me that I shouldn't drink that much. I'm kind of like you. I'm not the one with the drinking problem.
Welcome to Chicagoland. My dad and I are gonna go off and get groomed. This is good for me because I'm still stressed.
We're going to get our nails done.
My first. I'm a virgin.
Hi.
Ed. Ed, right?
Yes, that's
Okay. You would be the father of the groom.
Yes,
Yes,
and I'm
indeed.
Chris.
And you're Chris. You are the groom.
There's the
How
groom.
are
Who
you?
needs to be groomed?
Congratulations. Here you go. We're gonna put you right here. You guys like a scotch? While
Yeah,
you're
yeah, that'd be
relaxing.
great. You want a scotch? Let's do a
Ed,
scotch.
scotch.
Oh, it's marvelous.
All right.
12
okay.
years old.
Okay. You need to relax now. And this might help.
This young lady here is making me a Superman.
All right.
God, so marvelous thinking we're doing this with clothes on. What would it be like without? Oh.
All right, Dad. Calm down.
How long should a male nails be? Is it?
No longer than the loved one in his life likes them.
Oh, Chris, you're ready. You're ready for marriage after all. I've been worried up to this moment in time.
What, you gonna give me advice?
Oh, that comes later.
It's very weird when my dad tries to have these heart-to-hearts with me because he never tries to have them. He's not really ever given advice at all in anything.
I feel very pretty.
I think you should feel very pretty.
I'm not crying, you ass. Hi, Marie. You already cried. We don't need it. Hey, girl. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to go out to dinner with my dad and Chris's dad.
Have fun.
Get your nails done, feet done. It ain't bad.
My dad and I we had a couple glasses of scotch. It was a pleasant time. Those are the kind of times I have with my dad.
Oh, my. There she is.
How are you?
You need to keep a short leash on him, otherwise he's capable of saying stuff that's somewhat unfeeling and perhaps offensive.
How was your trip? Was it good?
I'm gonna go down and change. We're going. Let's go.
We're off. There it is.
Here's the pain of women in the most flummoxable
I've come
way.
to save you from your staleness, my dear.
I know, I am no longer stale, just constantly confused.
Chris and his father are pretty hammered, although they didn't admit that they were hammered. Wouldn't tell me they were drinking. So I really hope that they won't do anything that's disrespectful towards my dad.
What am I doing here?
We're walking into this restaurant.
Well, no, dude.
Here we go. Coming up next.
Cris asks my twice-divorced father and his divorced father for marriage advice.
Don't screw it up.
I'm leaving.
Chris stomps out of the restaurant. Oh, I didn't understand why it escalated so much.
Stop the bitching.
Here's the pain of women.
She's come to save you.
Chris and his dad, from what I saw, pretty hammered, so I'm a little bit confused as to where this is going, but we're on our way to Barolo's to meet up with my father and have some good Italian food.
Hi, Dad.
There's Dad. Baby.
How are you?
I'm
Doing good. How about you?
I'm good.
Rick, how are you?
Chris,
I got
I'm
something.
doing good.
I got something very special for you to meet.
Great.
The gene pool. My dad.
Hello.
Rick, this is Dad. Ed.
Ed, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You gotta bring the apple box so I can stand up equal to you.
Don't worry about it. I drink enough tonight, I'll get down to your level. I'll be short.
Chris's dad and my dad are completely different in every way. I have no idea what to expect having dinner with the both of them.
Here.
Salute.
It's a meeting, commonest of
All the three of us.
We're all from the
Well, the four of
same
us.
seed. What color is your tux? Or your suit?
It'll be a surprise.
I know. That's the problem.
It'll be a surprise.
Are you wearing the white suit?
No, it's pink.
Yeah, good. I can't wait.
Come on. You know I won't do you wrong. It'll be fun.
You better not, because if you come up like crap, you're not
It'll be
walking me
fun.
down the aisle.
Now you know better.
I'm gonna promote something here.
Promote what?
The concept of our elders giving us advice.
Who?
Well, your dad, you, me, my dad, me.
Elders.
I do believe that people that are just older, that have some wisdom, let them say what they need to say. They've lived long enough to do that.
My dad's advice is always the same thing.
Well, I want to hear it.
One hand and the other, and see which one fills up first.
Yeah, baby. That's good. That's good advice. But let's go beyond that.
All I can tell you is, listen. As much as you want to talk, listen. That's about it.
Say no more.
That's about it.
The most ridiculous part of the night is when Cris asks my twice divorced father and his divorced father for marriage advice. I love you guys, but you failed. What advice can you give?
Dad, what's your wisdom to me? Not to her or me.
I really don't know what to say. Beauty is truth, and truth is beauty.
I feel like it's 1969 and I'm listening to Timothy Leary.
I didn't realize how nervous I was and unsettled I was about whether or not Adrian would act respectful or not in front of my dad.
I want you to be happy. I want the both of you to be happy.
I don't think it's gonna be me that's gonna screw anything up, you know?
You always say that, but there is so much opposition and so much contrary opinion.
If I were to agree with everything he'd say, then I wouldn't be my own person.
Why is the disagreement? What is the essence of the disagreement?
I don't know, what's the disagreement right now?
Just for the sake of intellectual power, or what?
Wait, did I just say something right now? Because I was just telling him what I wanted out of my marriage.
Just go with what he's saying.
I'm trying to understand what he's saying, so in order to go with what he's saying, I have to understand.
I'm beginning to wonder if this is going to work.
Oh.
Life as a married couple is a matter of washing dishes. It's not a matter of philosophical discussions. The conflict has got to stop. The agreement has got to start.
Well, my dad jumped on it and said that you're gonna destroy this relationship if you bitch. And you know something? I was agreeing with my dad.
What he sees from his limited intervention in our relationship is banter. He hears negative.
What do you mean?
You can't have constant friction in a relationship. You just can't.
We all have problems. You have many of your own problems. I have
This
mine.
is another deflection. What she does is she makes sure that...
What is this, the Adrian Curry roast? I'm getting really uncomfortable and tired.
Adrian, please.
Frankly, I'm checking out. And I'm getting mad at Adrian just simply because I have this respect thing that I want her to cap. And I know that she doesn't understand it at all.
There is something between us and you. There's an experience level that you can't appreciate yet in life.
I just feel like this whole conversation has been turned.
Don't feel that way.
I'm
It'll
so
be all
stressed
right.
out.
Adrian,
love
what Cris is trying to tell you, it's a perennial problem. People who haven't undergone some kind of a formal training think that they don't need it.
Well, I just don't feel that I need it for my wedding.
Adrian,
Life isn't made for formula.
There is
always
no
thought
formula.
you
There's no
could get
formula.
away with not getting through high school. You can't.
Excuse me?
You've got to go through that step.
I was in a lose-lose situation. I'm in a table full of drunk douchebags trying to tell me what my life is.
Don't screw it up.
I don't think that was my plan.
Don't screw it up. Please. You break my heart.
Take me home. Take me home.
Joe, it's not...
What? Why am I being
By
repeatedly told?
by fighting. There's no need to fight and defend.
I mean, they're crying like little bitches. Drunk as hell. Crying in front of my dad. Dad, do you have any opinion on this?
Dad, this has gone way beyond me.
God.
I'm leaving.
I know this is not going anywhere, and I'm fed up. So what do? You walk away.
Cris stomps out of the restaurant. I didn't understand why it escalated so much.
Some extreme jitters. You all right, baby? Come on now. It's all right.
Did you find out what's going on?
I have no idea.
Where are you? Honey, I love you. I don't want
you know
you
something? Give up the defense, okay? And get over here at the church now.
I want those two people to have
So do I.
beautiful,
So do I have a good time with
life
them both.
together.
I like them both very much.
But can they do it? What's her problem? What's she always bitching about?
Both of them.
What is she? What is she bitching?
Chris has
It's love.
run away
It's
to the
love?
church down the street. So
Okay.
I'm supposed to get there right now, according to him.
All right.
No.
Then I guess we're gonna say our goodbyes now, huh? Don't worry about it. Come on, baby. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's just a lot of right now.
I know.
I know.
I'm sorry about this.
Don't.
I'm sorry.
You know
I
better.
don't know why he would leave the dinner.
Whatever happens, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, wow.
It's been a pleasure.
I love you,
Please.
Dad.
I love you, sweetie.
Stop the bitching.
I'm gonna go get your son.
Get him.
You've got to be kidding me. He's like, oh, quit your bitching. I wanted nothing but to say, you. Have a good night.
Coming up next.
I'm ready to call this whole thing off on you.
If this is this decision that you have to make, then please make it before our wedding.
I believe that if there is some deep-rooted issue, he needs to step up and tell me, because if this is gonna be called off, it needs to be called off now. Chris has run away to the church. I'm supposed to get there right now, according to him.
Stop the bitching.
We're supposed to have a nice dinner with our dads, and it was an absolute devastation. I'm gonna go get your son.
Get him.
You've got to be kidding me. I love you, and this can't happen. This really can't happen.
As much as you know in this world, there's one thing that people who have lived longer than us have to offer us, and that is wisdom. And if you want to on that, go right ahead. Yes, you do. Where do you get wisdom? Who are the people that give you wisdom in your life?
Who is it
Those
that you listen to?
Those I really respect, and you always say that you never really listen to your dad.
Who are they?
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm pissed. she was gonna destroy her relationship with my dad, the only member of the family on my side that is in her camp.
You know something, honey? At a certain point, you need to surrender to wisdom. And you don't.
I don't understand why you're so angry.
Cris is in a really mood, and I feel it's a little uncalled for. I'm really confused because he was, you know, melting down.
Baby, where are you?
I'm in the back of the church. I'm ready to call this whole thing off, honey.
Please don't call off our wedding.
I'd rather not make another mistake than to have your defiance be the end of my next relationship.
If this is this decision that you have to make, then please make it before our wedding. Make it now then.
I need someone who's gonna be straightforward with me. I need a strong man that knows what he wants.
Honey, this is a big decision. Act it. You're not ready for it.
What?
I believe that if there is some deep-rooted issue, he needs to step up and tell me, because if this is gonna be called off, it needs to be called off now. The audacity of Cris, after ripping me a new ass to a dinner that was supposed to be sweet, to call me out and say he wants to call it off. My grandma will be devastated. My family will hate him, will think he's the most worthless bastard on earth.
Cris wants to call off our marriage. What do I do?
Hey, you know what you do? If he feels that way, you better thank your lucky stars if that's the way it's gonna be, and he's acting like that. No, it's a beautiful thing, because guess what? You don't have to go through the turmoil of later on in life.
Can't deal with those.
No, I know.
I don't even want to marry him anymore.
Look at me. You're very young. He's not a young chicken. He's an old rooster. He can only crow for so long.
I'm really not looking forward to waiting up for Cris. In fact, I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush to act like I am asleep before he gets home. I don't even want to talk to him.
It was locked.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Where's she at?
In her bedroom.
At this point, I don't want to marry him. Count my blessings, count what the budget is and how much we've spent on the wedding, pay it, and you know what I'm saying? I don't deserve something like that. I don't.
Do you know something, honey? At a certain point, you need to surrender to wisdom.
I don't understand why you're so angry.
And you don't. And that disappoints me.
As I'm waking up in the morning, realizing and recognizing what I had done the night before.
You need to surrender to wisdom.
Why are you yelling at me?
You want to just throw it all out. You're so... I'm pissed.
Oh. When I drink, it's not pretty. Oh, God. Oh, I never felt so bad in all my life because I hurt Adrian. I'm getting married in 2 days. And I do this. I mean, you know, I sort of totally blew it. I may have destroyed the very things that I want because I got drunk and got angry.
Are you taking a shower?
You want me not to?
Because Brandy's ready to do my makeup and I'm not showered.
Do you need a shower first then?
Could I?
Anything you need. Whatever it is you need, you got.
Oh, it's time to redeem thyself. I wake up and I'm close to just hating him. I almost hate him. You know, it's like I'm my parents' baby. I'm their only girl and I'm the youngest child. You can't do that. You can't do that to someone in an Italian family. The Italians, the Jews, the Greeks, and the Mexicans don't with the family. Don't with the family. Oh, God, Joe. Chris's dad basically told me I'm gonna ruin the relationship because all I do is bitch.
Well, who started it? His father did?
Yeah, his father did, and then I don't know.
I need to get my ass ready and come to the house. The three of us need to sit down and talk. You need to hash this out, or the whole day is gonna be with the cloud hanging over your heads.
Joseph's gonna come over to basically counsel us. According to him, things have to get done before we move on. Are we putting
Just
cold
a little
spoons
bit.
on my swollen, cry-filled eyes?
Only, I mean, it's be really cold, so it might be
Oh. Oh.
You look awesome.
Hey, Cris.
You better hold that kitty. You better hold that kitty tight.
You better hold your kitty tight.
I took a while to come upstairs because I wasn't looking forward to all that I had to do.
Oh my God, my eyes are so swollen.
No, they're not. They're better than they were this morning.
I'm sure, but they're
You
so.
look like you had Louis Vuitton under there this morning.
Thanks.
They were. I was like,
And I'm not sure whether anybody is gonna forgive me or even understand. Clearly, everyone in this room is not a fan of yours right now. That's an awful feeling.
Oh, boy.
We had to put spoons in my eyes. They were so swollen from crying, and they still are. In the freezer, and we put them on my eyeballs, trying to get the swelling to go away. They're crusty.
Oh, baby.
Cris is in complete beaten dog mode. His tail is between his legs, and he is just whimpering at my feet. And I don't really like that either. I don't like him being a douchebag, and I don't like the I'm so sorry.
Ann, can I have a moment with you?
You want a moment with me?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Sounds serious.
I just want to apologize.
And looking in Ann's disappointed eyes.
I want you to know that I love Adrian more than anything. I've got my own little issues and their family issues and stuff, and none of that was appropriate
Oh, well.
in any
it's
way.
over now.
And I just want to apologize.
It's over. Forget it. Can't do anything about it now, you know? No. Just move on.
I just want to promise you that tomorrow I want to make her the happiest woman alive, and for the rest of her life.
I apologize to Ann, and I hope that she's able to really forgive me.
You're fine.
Just really looking forward to putting the whole thing behind us.
Shut. Hey.
how are you, sir?
Okay.
And then Joe came over. I thought I had dodged a major bullet. Apparently, I was wrong.
Coming up.
Still getting married?
The Bradys are a really important part of my life, and close friends.
Oh, Susan, where's Mike?
Bobby?
And later.
Adrian's the love of my life, and I can't wait to see her.
I hope that I'm making the right decision.
Shut.
Hey.
Hey.
What?
How are you, sir?
Okay.
Now, come here.
Signs that your partner may be abusive, controlling / manipulative, unpredictable
What are you
mood
reading?
swings. It says cut it out.
Go throw that away.
After last night, I can't say at this time I completely forgive Cris. I mean, I love him. I love him more than anything, but I know I have a whole lifetime of this in front of me. So Joseph's gonna come over to basically counsel us. And according to him, things have to get done before we move on, obviously.
Grandma, do you mind if the three of us hang out alone for a few minutes? Would that be okay with you?
My goodness, yes.
Thank you.
Oh,
All right. We're not leaving till the three of us go through a few things.
okay.
All right? You start. What do you want to say to Adrian?
I love her. I love you so much, and I know that I act badly, really, really badly. And last night I did. And I want tomorrow to be the most beautiful day of your life. And I'm really sorry. Really am. Oh God, I got issues.
Admitting it's the first step.
I'm sorry. But that was like the first time I think I've ever heard you say that.
That's good.
I've got issues too.
It's drinking and stress and my issue with respect is when that comes out. And now I gotta make her feel comfortable, put a smile back on her face, because that's really what I want.
You know, I want to do tomorrow more than anything that I've ever wanted to do in my life.
All right, last night counted as 2 strikes, buddy.
All right.
No more strikes before tomorrow.
Listen.
I got that promise.
Neither of you were found in a bed with anyone else other than each other. So that right there means that this is not the worst I've ever seen. So.
You know, I always forgive Cris, but you can't forget things like this. You forget things like this and you're a fool. So even though I said, yeah, I'll forget, I'm Italian. We don't forget a damn thing. And on top of that, I'm a woman. Memory like an elephant. Good luck. I ain't forgetting.
We got it back, crisis averted. You had your explosion, over, it's done. Now it's all about the wedding. Everything's ready to go. We have this kick-ass party ready. The church itself looks incredible. Stopped by there yesterday afternoon. Everything's all set, ready to go. Let's just hope it doesn't get any hotter than it is outside right now, and we'll be fine. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, anything for you guys?
He's a 2-for-1. He's wedding planner extraordinaire and counselor. Dr. Phil and like Martha Stewart, all rolled up into one.
See you later.
Hey, there's a bottle of champagne. Do you want a little champagne?
No. No, I don't want any alcohol for the rest of my life.
It's 94 degrees.
At least we're outside where at least there's a breeze. We're gonna have a nice outdoor party with a lot of room to honor those who have come from out of town.
Nice.
That's a good one. I'm so like geeking out right now.
We're having a reception before the reception. But it'll be fun. It'll be a nice day to wind down and have a barbecue and have a good time.
Hey, bud.
It's nice to say good morning.
How you doing? Let's take a walk. Let's just take a walk. Okay, so my behavior last night was absolutely criminal and wrong.
Your what?
My behavior last night. And I wasn't hearing some of the things that you were saying, really, because I just saw her reaction to it. And
Was it good or bad?
what? Her reaction?
Her reaction.
Well, no, that's what I got upset at her about. But the fact was, even before she reacted, the things that you were saying were inappropriate. And
were?
yeah.
You always thought you could get away with not getting through high school. You can't.
Excuse me?
I bruised a lot of people, and you did as well.
Really?
Yeah. And I just want you to be cognizant that she's upset. So, and the family for her is upset at both of us. So.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. It sucks. That's the problem, my dad. He doesn't get it, and he makes it worse.
Well, you might have contributed, but I'm the one who was the fool.
I do have to go up directly to Rick and apologize. That's the part that I'm most nervous about.
Rick?
I am sorry for the emotion, the drama, the crap.
And I apologize that you all know me. And I wish I could say that we could forget all that.
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
I told him anytime you're stressed out from now on, if I see you with a drink, it's over.
Yeah, you guys are all...
I'm glad I wasn't there. I am so glad I wasn't there.
Oh, my God. I wish I could say I wasn't there.
Trash.
I know.
Trash. It's actually pretty funny.
I love this woman.
You're really sweaty.
I know, but so are you.
I see Rick as just a nice guy. He might be big, but he really is a nice guy. He could probably kill somebody if they disappointed him, but he will give them a second chance.
There he is.
You're here. Stay in the shade, for God's sake.
Us Brady's have really only, I think, once in the history of life since the show went off the air, had a chance to all regroup and get back together.
I like this entrance.
You still getting married?
Yes, I'm good, because that's what we came for.
Okay.
I mean, I try to take it to the edge.
Right, okay, baby.
Thanks for making it.
Oh, thank you for doing such crazy things.
Oh, tell me about it.
I've wanted Adrian to meet Susan and Mike forever. These people are meaningful to me.
Adrian? Oh, Adrian. Can I introduce you to some very special old friends? Adrian Michael Lookinland.
Hi, Adrian.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Mike is a lovely man, but Susan, she seems like one cool bitch. He's like, you and Susan have the most in common. I'm like, yeah? He's like, you're both insane.
I never said that.
You're both insane. I was like, okay, Barry.
Hi.
I'm so happy we were able to make it.
The Brady's are a really important part of my life, and close friends.
Walk me down the lake. Where's Mike at? Have you, Susan? Where's Mike?
Mike's missing.
Well, there's a lake out.
Bobby?
He's a good swimmer.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of friendship. It's more like family. And frankly, I would invite them places I wouldn't even invite family.
Listen, I'm sorry, because I'm not completely unaware.
Well, I understand.
And apparently it's a very sensitive spot.
I come from a good race, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I do. Better USDA approved. No, we're a good breed of people.
I do feel I'm owed an apology. And if Chris's dad doesn't want to give it to me, fine. I'm always going to be the better person. I'm not going to be a bitch to somebody.
Hi. Hi.
I love you.
I love you too. Your boobs look phenomenal today.
Wait.
Look at those puppies. I'm so glad you're keeping them.
I'm keeping them.
I'm so happy. It was really nice to have someone from the Surreal Life cast to be able to come to the wedding, especially someone I love very much. I'm thrilled China Doll made it. What are, like, the Brady clan doing? Isn't that kind of weird? That they're here in, like, Joliet, Illinois.
Who ever could have imagined we would be united here?
Yeah, no, it's a...
We've been to Hawaii together.
Chris, you take me
Come
places
on.
I've never been before.
We've been
I'm
to
so
Europe
pleased to be able to
together.
do that, too.
Here we are, Joliet.
I gotta...
And now we're in Joliet.
I don't pretend that I'm in
This is the
control of
top.
anything.
People go camping here?
He's our nature boy.
They go to the... That's right, I am your nature boy.
Mike, Susan, and Barry were able to be at the barbecue. That was, for me, the representation right there of the success that we had with this weekend. And it happened that it all ended up the way that I'd hoped and dreamed and knew it could.
So we meet again at the
Have
same
a good
time
one. See you tomorrow. Get some sleep now. Don't be nervous.
We'll be there. Don't forget to show up.
She looks terrific.
I'm sorry, I had a lot of misgivings, as anybody would. I emailed Chris. What are you doing? I feel a lot better. I really do.
I
Does
take
it make
his
you feel
word
better
for
to
it.
know he doesn't know what he's doing?
But he never did, and that's sort of the
never
Chris
did.
style,
Right.
and it suits him. And I like it. I have nothing else to say, and all I can do is embrace my new little sister, who's 2 feet taller than me.
Coming up.
I have a gift for Adrian that I have not yet presented her, and it's time.
Be able to surprise you.
Shut the up. And later.
I tried to stay as cool as I could, but there's a huge delay. Adrian,
A little puppy.
can we go so that I can get some rest?
Yes.
It was a very strange, long day. We're just terribly exhausted. And I need to now spin down in order to be ready for the big day.
Long day, long day.
Yes, it is. Need some time.
I mean, I have to talk to you for like a second alone.
Oh, I love you, China doll.
So I hope you know, like, what a friend is.
I do, and you're one of them. China Doll was the one who came to me and said, go get your man, claim that.
You better claim your man before this week is over.
I claimed it because I was encouraged by a drunk China Doll in a hot tub.
And when you need, like, experience and love and knowledge, I'm your girl.
I know.
What's her name, Cris?
China doll. China doll.
Quit it. You make me cry. Oh, baby, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so excited that you get
I'm happy for you, and I'm, like, so excited for you tomorrow, so.
She's built just like a man. Shoulders are larger than her hips.
All right, Dad, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Are we going?
It was a great day. It was a really pretty day. But I'm a little bit nervous about what might come up at the wedding. And my dad, I know that he hasn't still apologized to Adrian. And he's capable of saying stuff that's inappropriate again. And then we're just gonna start this whole thing back up.
It worked out great.
It was beautiful. Oh, yeah. Maybe we go take a nap.
Take a nap.
Cris and I are so tired because, you know, it was a long, hot day and the sun is setting. Cris isn't supposed to see me after sunset before we get married. It's tradition in my family.
Love your boobs.
Will you marry him?
Only if I get what's attached to them.
My booty?
All of it.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like she has let me back in. Tomorrow is gonna be a new day. I just feel really lucky.
Is this all your stuff? Because we got a good 2 minutes left before the sun sets.
It's now time to go. But I have a gift for Adrian that I have not yet presented her, and it's time.
Before you open. It's because I love you. And I want you to be happy, and I always want a smile on your face, and be able to surprise you.
Shut the up.
They said that you were in there. Maybe tried it on 20 times.
This chain is full of diamonds.
Just something to thank her for putting up with me.
Look in the light. Look at all the little stones. It's full of diamonds. Oh my God. I know how much this was, too. Cris. Oh my God. It's the most beautiful necklace I've ever seen. I mean, I'm so appreciative of this necklace, but I also think it's so stupid to waste your money on something like that. But I like it. Dude, that's some bling. That's like Criss Angel Mind Freak. He bought the necklace in California, so he did this prior to being a I don't care about diamond rings and things. I just want this, just the heart. Oh my God, it's just so beautiful. Isn't it? Look at it. It's like blood red.
Adrian reminds me that, you know, she can't see me past sundown, which is quickly approaching, and I have to get up to Chicago to the hotel. So the next time I'll see her, it'll be for a wedding.
Let's go incognito tonight. Who would have ever thought about, what, 10 years ago we'd be here?
Who would be here, me?
You and I.
In front of a camera in a limo with me marrying Christopher Anal Knight? Do you think he's like a no?
No, not really. I just wouldn't want to have lived maybe the life he's lived. That's what's so funny. Okay, I'm a manufacturing worker, factory worker. You know what? Sometimes I thank God that I didn't have to deal with a lot of stuff maybe he did. And you know, I've always thanked God for my family, because we do have a really awesome family.
Adrian, how are you?
Good.
I'm Steve. Welcome to Chats.
Adrian, pleasure. My mom was always there for me. So I want my mom to feel like $1,000,000. You know, you're only the mother of a bride once, especially when you only have one daughter. You talked to Chris's dad?
Well, I just told him we have more people in our family, basically. There are more PhDs, and I bet you your family does not have one. I'm just letting him know. Don't even go there with the education. Bull. He disrespected you. He disrespected your family. And you know what? Get over yourself.
Well, that's what I tried to say last night, and then I got in like deep trouble for trying to stick up for myself.
And you know what? I'm glad it was your dad at that moment, not me.
Me too.
Oh,
you know
because
why?
I would have ripped them all.
You know why? Because I would
Come on.
kind of like to make friends with Chris's family, though hard.
You know what? But you don't have to prove yourself.
I know I do.
And who are they? You weren't pampered on TV Land, and that's a good thing. I'm sorry.
Anything else, Mom?
Yes. And there's a fine line between ignorance and arrogance. Because he's so smart.
Sorry.
Adrian, you're very intelligent. I got news for you.
My mom is my rock. My mom is the best mother on this earth. The only thing she doesn't want to tell me is I told you so.
Good night. Bye. Thanks so much.
I was so happy because I just shut off my light, and then you called me and the light turned on.
Sorry. You go to call you back.
No, I'll talk to you now. Everything in our relationship is so unpredictable, and as much as we both bitch about it, we love it. It's what makes us, it's who we are, and I think we're a perfectly dysfunctional match. Are we supposed to not be allowed to talk to each other? No, we're not supposed to see each other, but I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that. I think this is a tradition that comes before the time of cell phones. Hello?
Yeah, what? I fell asleep. I'm sorry, I'm just so asleep for a minute.
You know, you are such an old guy. It's so apparent.
Yeah. I mean, it should be noticed that I am an old guy.
I think God made one woman who was strong enough to deal with his I think that's me. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait to go to Tahiti. Coming up.
It's your day, baby girl, and it's happening right now.
I know, I'm freaking out. Cris is totally down for it now. Cris is happy. This is what Cris wants to do. And I am freaking out. Good morning.
You know what the weather report is?
What's the weather report?
There's a chance of thunderstorms tonight. So I woke up and I felt great. I felt very excited. We were getting married, and this was the best decision I ever made because of Adrian. What can I do for you?
Show up.
Show up? I'm gonna show up. We're doing the right thing, baby.
I know that. I've been trying to tell you that since I met you.
Yeah, I know you have been. I'll have to say, you were right.
See you later.
All right, honey, bye-bye.
Yeah.
So weird looking. I'm starting to freak out.
I've totally been waiting for it. I'm like, when are you gonna start going? It's gonna be a beautiful day.
Better be. It's really funny because Cris is totally down for it now. Cris is happy. This is what Cris wants to do, and I am freaking out. Sorry, I have to breathe. I just stand up because I'm starting to get...
Nervous?
Yeah, I'm standing up. I'm gonna walk around, do a lap.
I'm leaving for the church, and I'm just thinking, okay, I can't wait to be, married.
Okay, someone get in front of him, make sure he doesn't run that way. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am ready. Frankly, as soon as I got in the car and went out to Chicago, I missed the hell out of her. So I didn't want to be late.
All right, I'll have a half a glass of champagne. Yeah.
I am giddy. I mean, I'm 48 years old, and I feel like a kid.
Yeah, next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the hell out of here.
The Bridezilla.
It's your day, baby girl, and it's happening right now.
I know, I'm freaking out. In a really calm type of way. My girls look so hot. They're like gothic queens. Look at them.
Ladies, let's go. There's some champagne. There's plenty of water for Adrian.
Hey, you, dude. I think I deserve it. Don't I?
You deserve a glass
I've
of
done really
champagne.
good.
Is it getting cooler, or are we just adapting?
Day one, I didn't want the church, but Adrian loves it. The only complaint of the church is it's hot, that there's really no air conditioning in that, and well, that's not something that we could have really predicted.
Hi, Dad. Look at you, look great. Nice
You look pretty good yourself, babe.
My mom and dad, they were standing right next to each other. They didn't talk to each other, but they didn't kill each other.
Thank you. Here, babe.
I know that my parents are happy for me, and they're not going to do anything stupid.
Showtime.
Is it time?
It is time.
All right.
I've got to go to the bathroom.
Now, go. Are you serious?
I'll hold it.
Oh.
You all look beautiful. Hi. Adrian's just incredibly beautiful, and I can't wait to see her, frankly. She's the love of my life.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Ready?
Yeah. I feel like butterflies. You know, just meeting that guy for the first time, you feel butterflies, that kind of thing. I'm freaking out. Dad, can you get my blusher, please? Because we're going to go out the door in a second. This thing needs to come over my head.
There's a huge delay. I tried to stay as cool as I could, but the longer I stood up there waiting for Adrian, the hotter I got. And she's coming, but she's a bride, so things have got to be perfect.
Coming up.
Are there rings to signify these vows?
I hope so.
Can't even appreciate it just watching it. You have to be in the midst of it, because it's really special. Us, we're really special.
They are.
She even flashed a few people in her wedding dress. I tried to stay as cool as I could, but the longer I stood up there waiting for Adrian, the hotter I got.
behalf of the bride and the groom and their families, it's a pleasure to welcome you to this perfect Joliet afternoon. I would like to know, who is it that gives this beautiful woman so that she might be married to this handsome man?
Seeing Cris standing there up at the altar waiting for me, I'm gonna get all teary. I don't think I've ever been so happy. I didn't see anybody really in the audience. All I saw was Cris standing there, just with an ear-to-ear grin, and it made me so happy.
Christopher and Adrian, as we worked on all the details about today, you promised me you'd invite only the coolest people that you know. I promised you good weather. You win.
I mean, it's ridiculously hot. It's a swamp hot. I mean, it's as though we're down in the bayou. I think it was 120 degrees in that church. But Dan, my groomsman, smartly thought, you know, I'll bring a rag.
Let me see it. Oh.
Come on, this is a trinity.
Well, this rag now is very important.
Christopher, as you look into the eyes of this beautiful woman, please share these vows and truths. I, Christopher.
I, Christopher.
Take you, Adrian.
Take you, Adrian.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife. To have and to hold from this day forward. To love, to cherish, respect, and trust. For better, for worse, richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health. And to forsake all others until death do us part.
And Adrian, without letting go of this gifted man who stands in a place of honor because Cris stands with you. I, Adrian.
I, Adrian, take you, Christopher, to be my lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, to love and to cherish, to respect and to trust, for better or worse.
For richer or richer.
For richer or poorer.
Or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
And to forsake all others.
And to forsake all others till death do us part.
According to God's holy ordinance.
According to God's holy ordinance.
According to God's holy ordinance.
I thereto pledge you my faith.
I thereto pledge you my faith.
Are there rings to signify these vows?
I hope so.
Christopher, will you please place this ring on Adrian's hand and repeat after me? With this ring.
With this ring.
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Adrian, will you please place this ring on Christopher's hand? With this ring.
With this ring.
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Now it's an honor to pronounce that you are husband and wife, and to invite you to seal that appropriately with a kiss that is worthy of this day. It is a pleasure for me to present to all of you the bride and the groom, Adrian and Christopher, in their new role as husband and wife.
I'm a taken woman. It's all good. This is what I wanted. This is what I waited for.
I think it's representational of our relationship. We had a perfect ceremony on an imperfectly hot day that couldn't at all spoil. So it was a perfect day for us.
I don't know what to expect, but I do know that I paid for an open bar for 6 hours.
reception was just glorious. It's a nice thing to be around that many close friends.
Let's eat food!
There's some hot chicks here. We'll just get them away from the guys.
In shining armor today, Cris Knight weds his fair lady.
Very surprised the hell out of me. He's got a great voice.
He got his Mrs. Right. She at last bagged her Brady. Their true love is a gift to behold. A love surreal, whirlwinds of passion from the start.
Can't even appreciate it just watching it. You have to be in the midst of it and to feel it, because it's really special. Us, we're really special.
To Cris and Adrian, may God bless you, and the fecundity of children.
Fecundity. We'll look that up when we get home.
Families fight like cats and dogs, but at the end of the day, they do nothing but love each other.
I love you both.
I don't know what word he used, but ultimately the idea was a lot. He wants children.
Adrian was perfect. I mean, she's her. She even flashed a few people in her wedding dress. And she burped in her wedding dress. My hope is that we're able to do all that life has to offer. And that we can find joy easily.
There's good things in our future. There's a lot of healing in our future, and we're way stronger than we've ever been, and I look forward to just becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. Next for us is a beautiful honeymoon.
8 nights, 8 days of nothing. Nothing but sun, water, Adrian naked.
After being asked if we would allow cameras on our honeymoon, I thought about that, and then I remembered Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee's honeymoon, and I said, no. Sorry, folks, you're not invited to the honeymoon.
Bye, guys!
Do you want to go have a conversation with my vagina? You guys haven't talked in a while.
I'm speechless.
My fair Brady.
These two people are better off for having fallen in love. His most memorable television line is pork chops and applesauce. Her most memorable television line is unprincipled. She is 5 feet 11 inches tall. He is not. She is 23 years old. He is 63 years old.